4,776 patients have recovered from COVID-19 since the outbreak began. Gas leak in India kills at least 13, hundreds hospitalized. Good evening, you're watching News on 2 with me, Brendan Lipal. Now, Malaysia reported no COVID-19 fatality today, but recorded 39 more new cases, bringing the total number of COVID-19 infections in the country to 6,467. Health Director General Dato Dr. Noor Hisham Abdullah also announced that 74 more patients were discharged during the same 24-hour span, meaning there are only 1,584 active cases being treated at the country's health facilities at present.
So far, 4,776 patients have recovered from COVID-19 in Malaysia since the outbreak began. Dr. Noor Hisham said the country's COVID-19 recovery rate is now at 73.9% out of the total number of positive cases.
Ingin dimaklumkan bahawa terdapat 39 kes baru yang dilaporkan hari ini, 1 kes import dilaporkan. Ini bermakna kes penularan tempatan adalah sebanyak 38 kes, di mana sebanyak 8 kes telah dikesan dari kluster dan lokaliti di bawah Perintah Kawalan Pergerakan diperketatkan. Daripada jumlah 39 kes, 9 kes adalah warga negara Malaysia dan 30 adalah warga asing.
There are currently 19 patients being treated at intensive care units (ICU), and out of the total, 8 are on ventilator support.
The Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Rayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah has expressed gratitude towards Wisma Putra, as His Majesty deeply appreciated the commitment and professionalism of Wisma Putra in their efforts to repatriate more than 14,000 Malaysians from 70 countries due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
The King also expressed his gratitude to the officers and personnel working in Malaysian embassies, as well as special COVID-19 teams that have been working hard to help Malaysians stranded overseas. The appreciation was expressed to Foreign Minister Datuk Seri Hishamuddin Tun Hussein via teleconferencing at Istana Negara yesterday. Al-Sultan Abdullah then advised the Malaysian diaspora in foreign countries to take care of themselves and adapt to the new norm to contain the COVID-19 infection.
The Negeri Sembilan state government will be making a decision on the implementation of Conditional Movement Control Order (CMCO) in the state's National Security Council meeting tomorrow. Its Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Aminuddin Harun said the meeting will decide whether the state will implement the CMCO or not.
Previously, Negeri Sembilan state government had relaxed several restrictions on the CMCO that was announced by Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin on the 1st of May. Among them were the permission to reopen economic sectors, including business premises. However, the state government did not allow the public to eat in restaurants.
Bagaimana tindakan kita, mungkin kita tadi ada tindakan-tindakan kita yang tak bersamaan dengan kerajaan persekutuan, ada sedikit lah, tetapi macam perniagaan kita telah jalankan, kita telah buka macam biasa. Tadi kata ada buka sampai pukul 8 kan, jadi kita nak selaraskan.
Datuk Seri Aminuddin explained that all of the state EXCO members, assemblymen, legal and financial officers have provided their stance on the matter.
The 7 areas put under further movement restrictions under the Movement Control Order (MCO) in Kuantan, implemented since 11 April, have been lifted at 8 a.m. today. These areas include Taman Mahkota Aman, Taman Mahkota Permai or Taman Mahkota, Taman Indra Sempurna, Taman Sri Indrapura, Taman Pandan Perdana, Indra Mahkota 2 and Felda Bukit Go.
Kuantan Police Chief ACP Muhammad Noor Yusuf Ali said even as further movement restrictions in the areas have been lifted, the public are advised to continue to adhere to existing standard operating procedures SOP within the existing MCO.
Memperkasakan ini kita mula laksanakan pada 11 April. sehinggalah insyaAllah pada besok jam 8 pagi last ataupun berakhirnya checkpoint di 7 taman ini. Dan Sukatanjaya sekarang kita masuk kepada fasa 1 tahap 5 di mana yang telah diisytiharkan oleh pihak kerajaan bahawa kita berada di pentas kawalan pergerakan bersyarat.
Met during a Sahur program, he assured the public there was no need to panic, but warned that strict action could be taken against those who refuse to abide by the MCO. ACP Muhammad Noor announced that compliance with the MCO in Kuantan had been very good at a rate of 98%.
Sabah State Government will implement Phase 5 of the Movement Control Order MCO in stages starting today. In announcing this, Chief Minister Datuk Seri Muhammad Shafiee Apdal said several sectors will be allowed to operate in stages, provided they follow the standard operating procedures outlined by the Health Ministry.
In a statement released today, the Chief Minister said sectors that will be allowed to operate in the beginning are agriculture and food industries, factories and manufacturing, and operational logistics like land, transportation, jetties and ports. Datuk Seri Shafiee added that the supporting networks and subsidiaries could also start work. He said mills and oil palm plantation in the East Coast districts of Lahad Datu, Kunak and Kinabatangan are also officially permitted to begin operations, provided they are declared free of COVID-19 by the Sabah Health Department. The Sabah Chief Minister stressed that the welfare and health of Sabahans is the topmost priority.
The polio immunization exercise in Sabah involving the administration of the monovalent oral polio vaccine, MOPV, that was supposed to be carried out in April has now been pushed forward to June. State Health Director Datuk Dr. Christina Rundi said the Sabah polio immunization campaign for children aged below 13 had been implemented since last December, and they were supposed to have received 2 dosages of the bivalent oral polio vaccine, or BOPV, and 2 dosages of the MOPV. However, according to Dr. Christina, the immunization coverage had dropped slightly during the movement control order period. So far, a total of 161 children under 13, 79.3% have received the first dose of the BOPV and 43.2% for the second. She said the Health Department has targeted a 95% immunization rate to ensure herd immunity to control the spread of the disease among the community. Sabah recorded 4 polio cases last December, in which 2 cases were reported in Sandakan and 1 each in the districts of Tuaran and Kinabatan, respectively. Coming up, Section 17A of MACC Act should go on as scheduled. The Federation of Malaysian Manufacturers, FMM, is urging the government not to backtrack on the implementation and enforcement of Section 17A of the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission Amendment Act 2018. The Act, which is due to come into force on the 1st of June, provides strict corporate liability on commercial organizations for failure to prevent corruption.
In a statement released today, FMM President Tan Sri Soh Tian Lai said there have been calls for the implementation date to be pushed back by a year to the 1st of June 2021 in view of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has affected businesses. However, he said it is even more crucial at this point, when companies are facing challenging business conditions, not to compromise on corruption and effectively address both at the organization and throughout the entire supply chain. He added FMM acknowledged that the pandemic might have delayed companies' initiatives to put in place a robust compliance program to ensure compliance with the law. Therefore, FMM suggested that the deferment should be for 3 months to a maximum of 6 months, with a definite date stated and gazetted immediately to ensure companies take the new deadline seriously. Now, this will allow companies, especially small and medium enterprises, SMEs, to get all their procedures and systems into order. Tan Sri Soh said the driver of economic growth and development, the private sector, has an invaluable and evolving role in rooting out corruption.
A total of 4,000 Orang Asli household heads in Kelantan will be receiving food baskets for the upcoming Aidilfitri. Now, the distribution involved Orang Asli community in 18 settlement posts, including Gua Musang, Kuala Krai and Jeli.
The second phase aid involves allocation of more than 700,000 ringgit as compared to 300,000 ringgit during the first phase. Senior Imam of Tengku Muhammad Faiz Petra Mosque, Uthman Saufi, said the distribution process is expected to be completed within 3 to 4 days.
Jadi Jakwa sudah 3 kali, Maek sekali, jadi sudah 5 lah. 5 kali. Jadi kita masyarakat orang asli mengucapkan terima kasihlah pada pihak kerajaan kerana beri bantuan makanan secukupnya lah pada masyarakat orang seluruh negeri Kelantan.
Terima kasih kepada Jabatan Kemajuan Orang Asli Malaysia, negeri, daerah dan APS Kolektif, Maek Kerajaan Negeri. Terima kasih banyak-banyak memberi bantuan meringankan beban kepada masyarakat MOA Kolektif. Terima kasih banyak-banyak.
The man who was seen in a viral video hanging a dog from a tree by its neck is suffering from mental problems. Kuala Lagat Police Chief Superintendent Azizan Tukiman said a record check revealed that the unemployed man who is living with his family had been receiving treatment at Banting Hospital for the past 3 years.
Superintendent Azizan, when contacted, said initial examination on the dog found that it was not harmed. He added the man was detained by the Animal Welfare Division of the Department of Veterinary Services staff at about 11 p.m. yesterday at his home and was handed over to the police for remand today to facilitate in the investigations. The incident, captured on a dash cam, happened in front of the man's house at Batu 17, Sungai Sedu, Jalan Banting, Klang. Superintendent Azizan said police received a report on the incident from a representative of the Banting branch of the division at about 6:30 p.m. yesterday. After being warned, the man finally loosened the rope and the dog was later taken by the Animal Welfare Division.
Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah and Raja Permaisuri Agong Tunku Aziza Amina Maimuna Iskandaria today wish happy Wesak Day to all Buddhists in the country.
Their Majesties expressed their hope for this meaningful day for the Buddhists to be celebrated with the new norms and with utmost concern for the safety of the Rakyat, their families and communities. The royal couple also said the COVID-19 outbreak not only brought new challenges to Malaysians from all walks of life, but has also created new environments in daily life. Al-Sultan Abdullah and Tunku Aziza further urged the Rakyat to remain patient with this challenge and call on Malaysians to come together and play a role in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic.
That concludes this evening's News on 2. In our top story, 4,776 patients have recovered from COVID-19 since the outbreak began. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. But before we go, don't forget to wash your hands regularly, practice social distancing, and most of all, let's adhere to the movement control order and just stay at home. And also, we would like to wish everyone a happy Wesak Day, and to all our Muslim friends, Selamat Berbuka Puasa. I'm Brandon Nepal. Good night.